Hi, Kiko.
Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Hey, how you doing, Hassie?
Hey, how you doing, fellow
Talk
Texan?
to you. Go Texan, there you go.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you before we get into the film, I know you're originally from Dallas, so do you have any ties to San Antonio? And if not, tell me about what you think makes life as a Texan special.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in San Antonio. I love it. I think it's actually one of my favorite cities in Texas, and there's such good restaurants and culture, and yeah, so many cool things.
Very cool. Do you still call Texas home, or do you split your time between?
I split my time between California and Texas. Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the most pleasant thing you do when you get back? I've
Eat
seen a lot of cowboy hat wearing in your.
Yeah,
in your photos.
yeah. I love riding my horses and eating Tex-Mex and breakfast tacos.
Oh, there you go. Oh, now I have to ask you what your favorite breakfast taco is.
I do like a sausage, egg, cheese situation.
On corner.
Yeah.
On corner flour.
Corn.
Okay, cool.
Last and final answer.
Speaking of food, let's talk a little bit about shark food, I guess.
Yeah.
Dangerous Animals is premiering around the same time as Hollywood is celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jaws. So I'm wondering, is that just a coincidence, or you think there was a lot of savvy marketing behind that decision?
I mean, it'd have to be a little bit of a coincidence. It's a miracle to get a movie made at all. So, and the fact that it is on the 50th anniversary, I don't know, maybe it was like a wink from the universe or a good omen, fingers crossed, right?
Definitely. So this film is full of a lot of extremely intense scenes. How do you mentally prepare for such a frightening role?
I use music a lot in my work, like to kind of get into headspaces, and every character I've ever played has a playlist. And I think, it's one of those things, especially for a role like this, when you get on set and you got a guy as big as Jai Courtney running at you, it's pretty easy to get scared. But yeah, music is probably my main thing that I use.
So what were you listening to on the set? Not the theme from Jaws, I'm guessing.
Actually, that was on there.
Was it?
I mean, I had to, right? Yeah.
So how did you're talking about Jay? How did that dynamic on set with him shape the tone of your performance? Because I mean, he's pretty scary. He has those what the Silence of the Lambs type villainous elements to him.
Yeah, Jai is hands down one of the best actors I've ever worked with, and immediately when we met, we just had great chemistry, and I think you can feel that, and our ability to like play with each other, and have that kind of cat and mouse situation, and be able to go toe to toe. Yeah, he's such a fun guy to work with.
The title of your film, Dangerous Animals, of course, can be interpreted in a couple of ways. The sharks are the dangerous animals, but it also just suggests that man is dangerous too. From a psychological level, is that something you ever thought about with the film, and how it reflects on, man's capacity for violence or moral ambiguity?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I think one of my favorite things about this movie is it's like, people, you look at any other shark movie and basically the shark is always the villain, right? And how cool it is to switch that on its head. And, our two kind of main characters have this like beautiful reverence for sharks and the ocean. And I'm really proud of that element of this movie.
Yeah, it sounds like you think sharks might get a bad rap in movies overall. They're always the villain.
Yeah, I think
The
so.
only movie I could think of where a shark isn't a full villain is Finding Nemo, because I think at the end he tries to become a
that's a
vegetarian.
great reference. I love that you just said that.
So what was the most physically or emotionally draining scene for you in this film, and how did you get through it?
Well, without giving anything away, there is one scene that you'll know what I'm talking about after you see the movie, but I fainted during that scene. And then doing the water stuff, I got hypothermia one night, which was really hard because it was really cold. It was like winter in Australia while we were filming it. And it's just this cold front came in. It was freezing, and they're like dumping buckets of water on me before each take.
I've never had a hypothermia. How does that feel?
Not good.
Is that something that you end up in the hospital for, or do you just get under blankets? I'm not really sure how that works.
No, I mean, the guys were like, I had the greatest stunt team in the world, and I was in incredibly good hands, and, you know, the medic and stuff. And I just have, like, you know, they were saying like, oh, it's probably too cold, we should call it. I'm like, no, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Like, you know, I just, yeah, I'm just
That's awesome.
wanted to get it done, you know?
Yeah. Did playing your character change the way that you view either fear or survival in any way?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, you'd hope that it makes you feel like stronger, more capable. Like getting to play such a badass is really good for, you know, my own personal swagger, sure.
That's good. That's good. So there's something called the International Shark Attack File, and that lists 88 shark attacks worldwide that happened last year.
Wow.
So I think that makes it still a rare occurrence, right? So I know a movie like Jaws scared the hell out of everyone 50 years ago, and it still does. But do you think it's still a rational fear for people to have? Like, do you think about it at all when you're on the beach yourself?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think everybody has that thought. And if you're an avid surfer and all that stuff, it's always in the back of your mind, and you hear those stories and it's scary, you know, but think about, you know, how much more dangerous it is to ride in your car, statistically speaking. So I think I just try to compartmentalize it. And I think that's what most people who spend a lot of time in the ocean do.
I didn't realize until I started, you know, looking up this movie, and then other shark movies pop up. This is like its own subgenre. There's tons of shark movies, thrillers and stuff like that. Did you realize how many there are out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a real appetite for shark movies. People love them, and it's fun, it's summery, that's, you know, it's cool.
Yeah, it's
and I
funny
feel like
because,
Dangerous Animals kind of found a fresh take on it, and yeah.
It must feel pretty good too that this is getting a theatrical release, because you know the other ones are most of them are like B movies. So to have something hit the big screen in this wide of a capacity must feel pretty good for you.
Yeah, I mean, when I read the script, I knew that it was going to be kind of on a whole other level, and you know, getting to work with Sean Byrne as a director, who's just kind of a master, and I've been so inspired by him, and just as a storyteller and a cinephile, and you know, I'm so excited with how this movie's turned out. We just did the premiere at Cannes a couple days ago, and it's just been a surreal experience ever since.
Yeah, it's cool that it showed up in Cannes. I don't think shark thriller and Cannes really have ever gone together before, so that's really cool that it was able to.
Totally, and I think that just speaks to what you were saying. You know, this kind of, I feel like this movie is on a whole other level and just in a league of its own.
Do you think that this taught you anything? If somebody just dropped you in the ocean right now, would you be able to survive of
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm a strong swimmer. I've done a lot of like breath training for this movie with the marine specialist, so I could do the underwater holds and stuff. So yeah, I feel formidable.
How long can you hold your breath underwater?
I don't want to like just say some random number. I did different trainings and stuff, but I can't remember the exact number.
Well, that's pretty good. I don't think I can, you know.
That's like saying how much you bench press. I'd probably feel kind of lame if I.
Just a couple more questions, but where do you want your career to go from here? What would you like to do that you haven't done before? And when something comes across your desk, is there something specific that you're looking for the next one?
Yeah, you know, I think this movie kind of inspired me to like really want to do some more action stuff, and I really like that stunt work and choreography, and you know, yeah, I love that I've been able to kind of do all these different genres, from comedy to westerns to now this, and you know, I feel like I need a rom-com in there, and I need like a good action movie, and I will have done it all, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's killer sharks, there's killer grizzly bears. So maybe for a Texas twist, there could be like, I don't know, killer horses or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, rabbit horses.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Hey, Hassie, so thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it. And again, congratulations on Dangerous Animals, and can't wait to see what you do next.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate all your good questions.
Have a good day.
Take care.